This video is to talk about Valentine's and at the same time brag about my woman. And we've been together for a little over 12 years. So you can't say, oh, one day she's good at it. Shut up. No. Listen, I saved so much money for this upcoming holiday, right? Because my woman doesn't care about the roses, the flower that's going to die. She doesn't care about the chocolate and candy that's going to mess up your teeth. You know, sugar is extremely bad for you. So if you can avoid it, try to avoid it. I mean, the average person consumes way too much sugar than they need to day to day. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when women or men, they make coffee, a lot of them put a lot of sugar in their coffee. You know, breakfast, if you're having any type of donuts or muffins or any type of pastries or anything like that, excuse me. A lot of women eat a lot of carbs. There's a lot of sugar and carbs, so don't need any unnecessary chocolate, man. So yeah, this is a government man-made holiday anyway. You know, it's nothing to do with God. You know, it's just a money grab, just like most holidays. So yeah, I'm looking forward to saving a lot of money. You know, there's people that are in marriages and stuff like that, people that have been in long-term relationships. There's people that are in debt, that have credit card debt, you know, that can barely pay their bills, and they're going to go out here on Valentine's Day and buy chocolates and flowers and unnecessary gifts that the person they're giving it to doesn't need. And if you're a young person watching this, don't fall into it. Don't fall into, you know, spoiling your girlfriend on Valentine's Day. And I'm one of those guys, I don't care if, you know, I was younger and you say, oh, well, you get something for your girlfriend, she's going to get something for you too. You know, it's not just one-sided. I don't care about that. You got to think about it. If you're in a relationship with a person and you're doing things for each other throughout the year, why does one day matter? You do stuff for each other, you know, every day throughout the year. Why go out and waste your money and overpay on things? Because the things you're going to buy, most of the stuff is going to be overpriced. If it's not clothing and stuff like that, if it is flowers, if it is chocolates, if it is cards and stuff like that, they're going to be overpriced. I mean, even cards, Valentine's Day cards right now have to be at least like $3. Depending on how nice they are and if they talk and make sounds, it's going to be more than that. That's ridiculous that we're paying for paper. You should not be paying that for a piece of cardboard, a piece of paper with words on it. You know what I'm saying? And then again, like I said, back to it being a government man-made holiday, you have to understand who they use to kind of represent Valentine's Day. Cupid. It's literally a naked baby shooting a freaking arrow. So the baby's supposed to shoot the arrow and you're supposed to fall in love. You know how wicked that is? There is nothing natural about that. It's actually extremely demonic. You have to understand that the government, the people who created this holiday, they worship different deities. That's why you have Santa Claus. That's why you have Cupid, like we're talking about now. You know what I'm saying? They worship these weird deities, man. And it's extremely evil. It's extremely demonic. So if I were you, I wouldn't fall into it. If you've been participating, I wouldn't participate this year. I mean, to each his own, but I'm just letting you know what it is, man. I'm also coming up here again just to brag about how much I love my lady, how down to earth she is. You know, how much of a real person, how realistic she is. A lot of women are going to want jewelry. You know what I'm saying? They're going to want some type of necklace or a bracelet. Some women, some dudes are going out here and going to get engaged and buy engagement rings for Valentine's Day. I mean, I feel like there's no real intentions behind it because you're only doing it. You may really love her, but why are you doing it on Valentine's Day? Why can't you do it on a Monday, a Tuesday, a Wednesday? Why can't you do it any other day, any other month? Why are you choosing Valentine's Day? When you do things like that, you are giving worship to the false gods the government put in place. You are giving worship to Cupid. When you do that, when you go ahead and propose on Valentine's Day. When you're younger, you ask a woman to be your girlfriend on Valentine's Day. You could have chose any other day, but you fall right into the devil's narrative. The devil is working hard. He's working overtime, man. So we have to work even harder through prayer, through resilience, you know, through strength, and through boycotting, man. It's getting real, man. I mean, it has already been real, but it's really getting real. You guys know what's going on with these Epstein files, man. These celebrities are being exposed. Like, these people are eating babies. They're eating babies, man. They're slaughtering children. They're eating children. They're assaulting children. And you want to go ahead and still celebrate a Valentine's Day? Get out of here, man. Now is the time to boycott, for real, for real. This is how we gain control. I've said this before, like on previous holidays like Christmas and, and other Halloween. You know what I'm saying? When you have hundreds of thousands, millions of people all coming together celebrating the same thing at once and it doesn't align with God, you are giving negative energy to the devil. It's literally that simple. So when you go out here and you purchase something for Valentine's Day, or you do something special for your loved one on Valentine's Day, your significant other, just think about who you're giving worship to, who you're giving praise to, who you're giving honor to. It's spiritual warfare. We have to worry about the things we can't see. And I feel like that's why a lot of people are just doing whatever, because they can't see the consequences right in front of their faces. But if these people could actually see the consequences that are going to happen, I guarantee you they would change just like that. But a lot of these people aren't spiritually aligned with God. They're spiritually aligned with the world. And this is the devil's world. So you have devil worshipers, like people in the government, these celebrities, these politicians, who really pray to the devil and who are really aligned with the devil, right? But that's going deep into it. But if you're a person who just, you're not spiritual at all, you have no strong relationship with God or the devil, you're just living life, that makes you a person of the world, and you're almost there. You're almost there. You're a prayer away from praying to the devil to become another one of his children, the devil's child. You really are. Because again, like I said, this is his world. So you're not gonna just be able to get away scotch-free and make it into heaven and have eternal life just because you weren't a bad person, just because you didn't devil worship. But you put up decorations for Halloween, you put up decorations for Christmas, you bought gifts, you put up a Christmas tree, you gave out candy to children that's gonna rot their teeth, and you bought flowers, accepted flowers, bought candy, accepted candy, bought gifts, exchanged gifts on Valentine's Day. You did everything of the world. Everything put in place of the devil's children. Now do you understand it? Just because you're not a devil worshiper doesn't mean anything. You celebrate holidays put in place by the devil's children. It's that simple, guys. There's no need to repeat this and make this video long. I'm just letting you know, man. I'm saving a lot of money this upcoming weekend by not participating in this holiday. I'm staying in line with God, staying in line with Jesus Christ. Loving on my girlfriend like I would love on her any other day of the week. I appreciate her like I do any other day of the week. And I'm so happy that I can brag about her, that she is real, that she is not forcing me to go out here and waste my money on useless things, that she is not forcing me to go ahead and buy an engagement ring to partake in a useless marriage. Because at the end of the day, the bond we have is so strong. We've been owning this house for going on 7 years. We are homeowners. We're pretty much married. We've been together for over 12 years. Why do I need a piece of paper? Why do I need the government in my business? Right now, the government doesn't know if I have a girlfriend. They know that I have a home, and I share a home with her, but they don't know we could just be friends, sharing a home together. But once you go ahead and you get that paperwork done, the government knows who your wife is, who your husband is. That's none of their business. I'm sorry, that's just how I feel, man. The government knows most of everything else. If there's anything that you can keep private, you need to keep it private. My relationship with my woman stays between us and God. It's that simple. I don't want any outside counterparts, any outside evil, negative sources at all coming into our relationship. And if I go out here and celebrate Valentine's Day and buy things in the name of Valentine's Day, in the name of Cupid's love, then I will be letting those forces I just talked about enter in our relationship. And I'm not going to do it. You shouldn't do it either. But at the end of the day, you're a grown-up. You're going to do what you want to do. But one day, you're going to have to answer to the man up above. It's that simple. Peace and love, y'all.